I didn't see that coming. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's map 2. Poutine Burger versus Stacked Like Pancakes is absolutely flying. Day number 1, we saw that take much longer. So I was anticipating the break to last much longer. But we are immediately back into it. We're gonna start this map 2 here. And I have to say, a lot of my questions are pointed towards Poutine Burger, who really have to open this map up strong. And this maybe isn't it. Cruz reigns in the damage. They did get the ice wall strat up. You throw that wall out, and then you try and slide in a plant behind it. That will be happening now. Mick evens up the fragging a little bit and gets the spike down. But they're going to be hard-pressed to make much more happen on this round. Rhyme leading for contact here into Lamprum. That's a big pick. Matthews goes down, but McMonk's got more. Dark only finds the one. Now, Rhyme, 1v2. This is winnable. He's gone, though. Dark sneaks in behind him, finds the frag. And despite a dicey first round, it will be Stacked continuing to roll off of map number 1. That was a lightning fast break. I was not prepared for that.
Yes, this should do.
So, here's unprepared TJ.
That goes there.
Trying to get back into the swing of things. Full SMG buy up from Stacked Like Pancakes on the defense. Rhyme and Co. did invest into this. They got the bomb down, a couple of frags across the board so they can buy up some pistols. But you won't see much more investment than that. They're all staying ahead of that 2,500 mark, so you can have a full buy this next round. Oh, what's this lineup, Rhyme? Oh, show me the lineup! Where does that go? Not there. An Arctic Shadow in the opposite side of the map opens up the fragging. That's good. Classic kind of needs to anchor here. He's got one. He's got two. A double spray down and a dash away. Bungles the dash. Not great. Now he's got to frag his way out of it with a pistol at close range. He's got live design to hold the fragging down, though. And oh my god, what an excellent hold from Stacked Like Pancakes. 2 frags go over right at the start of the round. That was Arctic Shadow finding big openings. And nothing else happened. All it took was Classic just sitting atop the box right on the entry. And they weren't able to dig him out in time. Even when he bungled the dash away, it actually kind of worked in their favor because it enabled live support to rein in the damage, sorry, live design to rein in the damage immediately behind him. Kind of using him as bait. Rhyme and Co. Look like they want this A corner strat again. Problem with an A corner strat is it really doesn't work into Raze because the ice wall it's so reliant on can just be blown up by a single Raze nade. Infamous find to make one. And here's the fragging to come the way of Raze. A push in from Classic. He's really far up against this corner. It's just as good he is because nobody else is headed that way. The bomb seems to be drifting back over towards this B site. And the person most in position to complain about it is Classic, who's hunting here. Should be spotted on the corner, but he still lands the frag. It doesn't matter if you see him coming. Classic is just landing shots right now. And you can see the desperate attempts to hold Arctic Shadow, the last player alive, 1v3. This was their buy-up. This was the gun round you had to win on for Poutine Burger to set a good pace here on the attacking side. 14 seconds left. It's just not happening. Cruz levels him. And there you have it, another broken economy. There will be, I think, one more buy round here. You can either scrape together SMGs or save. that choice is up to the players of Poutine Burger. We'll see what they do with it. I would have said the buy-up would happen. It looks like just some upgraded pistols. Sheriff's the most investment here. That'll keep them well above the necessary requirements to have a buy next round. But still give them a fighting chance, albeit a slim one in this round. Live design very far forward here. He just made a lot of noise too, backing away. They know he's here. Oh, the boost from Rhyme over the top for Matthews. TK's McBuck. Matthews, you hate to see it. And he pushes through as well. McBuck's there for the damage. They call it an orbital laser. And Live Design scrapes around the side. They get nothing from all of that. Poutine Burger, oh dear. Oh gosh. They boosted over the wall, but just one player with a pistol to challenge a rifle player, even if you know exactly where he is, even if you strongly suspect he's alone. That's a risky proposition and an unnecessarily risky one. You can boost multiple players over that wall. But whatever. If you do that, don't TK the player you just boosted over. The reason that happened is because Matthews, as I mentioned earlier, his explosives do a number on that ice wall. Very effective for breaking them down. He was trying to break down the wall, but of course that does team damage, and he accidentally kills his teammate. Then just pushes through the wall, but now there's only a single threat, so it's the easiest thing in the world to get that kill. Classic holding on the site will drop a smoke and kind of drift away. This is going to be a B execute. Dark and Classic both aware. Classic out first, Dark for another frag. This is clean as hell. Classic's just going to slide away around the corner. And Dark on the point has got an infa as well. Live Design did go down. That was on the rotate. Matthews grabbing a kill. But it is the only frag thus far with a Poutine Burger. Rhyme will make it one more. That's not bad. They also had Cruz very low, and Rhyme finds that one for free, and all of a sudden, these numbers are starting to add up to a very costly round. Rhyme with 3 kills, full HP, and they resurrect. But he's still taken out. Dark finds the headshot from the back of the point. My God.
It goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot. That goes there.
Down to the wire. I think that started as a save round for Poutine Burger. So they'll be able to buy up here.
Time to take this
They
hill.
seem not to have opted to, but that's just a weird visual bug that's happening with my spectator. So you will have a full buy most likely here. Pretty sure even Rhyme has correctly bought. A little bit squished on the econ for some players though. Infa, for instance, playing with a Bulldog. Not ever what you want to see. Cruz close to this corner as the attacking team tries to narrow down the middle of the map. Cruz'll... Oh, that was quite clever. Barely managed to survive the rushdown from the opposing Boomba. But I'm not sure I'd place too much money on it staying this way. Live Design has the heaven position. Oh my lord, 2 kills from him. Almost 3. McMonk will frag out onto the site, and that should be the kills they need. Last player is Dark, who was on the B side. He came in on the rotate. Finds McMonk for free. 1v2. I know he's in lamp room. That should make it difficult. Both exits surely watched by now.
Where is everyone?
Oh, but he's got the neural theft. That makes this doable. That makes this entirely possible, as he's able to slide out, get the 1v1s. If he can fight 1v1, then you can win the duels. But it's so well played by Poutine Burger to deny that. They face as to a double peak earns Poutine Burger their first round, and it's off of that A corner strat I love to see so much. There were a lot of very close rounds, but you do finally have one in the books for Poutine Burger on their map 2. Map 1, of course, to stack like pancakes in dominant fashion. So like to see something, anything, coming out now. The economy is decently healthy for Poutine Burger, and actually stacking like pancakes are a little bit down to the wire. They've got to win this to keep the recon up, but they've got the ults to do so. Ult from Cruz, though. The rocket goes wide. We do hope to see more than that from such an investment. Full ults on the attacking team available. Matthews strafing by mid. Does have the spike in hand, so where Matthews goes, the team will likely follow. McMonk opens the fragging up inside the showers. There's the orbital strike coming in, and it's Infamous caught within it. McMonk finds the frag. That's 2 for him, opening up the round. Orbital strike and just clean fragging out. Cruz is on the point. We'll see if he manages to get anything here. It's been 1 kill from Nades, another from a sick shot on Matthews as he enters, and he's got McMonk as well. 3 kills on the round. And that is the saving grace for the team as Dark grabs the straggler Arctic Shadow trying to get out of Lamp Room. It's 6-1 and an economic reset for Poutine Burger. I wouldn't have seen that coming. But somehow from an anchor position, the Rays player finds 3 quick frags. Here come your attackers again, Rhyme and Co. Trying to find a way in. You can see McMonk trying to open the fragging again. This is a kind of shattered by. Oh! Does land a headshot. That's live design down to like 1 HP, 15 to be precise. Of course, he'll have the self-heal though. Doesn't matter for much. And there's the wall spent. Not exactly what McMonk would have hoped to spend his life for, but you can still see the man's aim is insane. It cannot be criticized. Dark is on this rotate. I'm keeping an eye on it because he's full stacking over towards the A side. And I'm not entirely sure that's what's happening on the opposite side of the map. As Rhyme starts to drift towards mid with the spike carrier of Matthews. Arctic Shadow still working the showers. That's a Sheriff in hand. We'll see if he's able to get anything out of it. The spike carrier comes back towards A now. 17 seconds. Arctic Shadow for the peak. Cruz anchoring again in a crossfire. Infamous finds the frags. And just like that, it's the round. Infamous lining him up while Cruz distracts him. The same crossfire that won the previous round does chime in. Ring out again. 7-1. That mid push shoved down, and this first half almost over. What a disastrous showing, it has to be said, for Poutine Burger after they absolutely shattered their first semi-final that I watched. They've now really struggled here on their grand final. McMonk. He's playing close to this corner. But the majority of the team is headed over towards the B side. And Dark is just playing this. I love how Cypher players can do this. Dark is in no danger. So what he can do the second he has contact is just kind back, play safe, and give the comm. Normally, to have this much vision, to have this much knowledge of when people are coming in, you need to put yourself in danger, and that could be the entire site falling if you go down quickly. Because Dark is doing this and getting a tad bored, as you can tell. He's buying so much time. See, there goes the comm, and he doesn't peek here. He just plays safe, holds his angles, gets his frags if they push him, and all the time has been bought. The rotates coming in, Cruz through the teleporter, and here on the flank, but they're shut down. Matthews finds two. Mickmuck on the side will find another frag right back. It's Live Design to blast Matthews away, and on the point, it has been Classic knocked down, leaving Live Design in a 1v2. Rhyme will res Mickmuck. Live Design has a res of his own. He'll bring back Cruz. This is a 2v3 now. Rhyme to play tight on the corner. Live Design and Cruz start working their way in. Live Design burst out, will go down. Cruz has the trade, but no further. It's 2 rounds now on the board at halftime for Poutine Burger. If there was ever a time to start putting rounds on the board, it would be now. As they have just 3 remaining in the half. But that halftime score I keep harping on has to loom in your mind because this is supposed to be one of the more even maps. It's entirely doable to get rounds on the attack here, in my opinion. This isn't going great in terms of those attack rounds, to say the least. Keeping my eye on info with the bomb, headed back towards that B site that has brought them joy. Dark waiting here on the defense. Will get the vision he needs. Ping his target.
Comrades, no more charges
Playing
left.
back. Welcome playing Cypher. With the ping though. Oh, I love this. Info and Co just hang on, hold up, see what they can get, and Arctic Shadow's the one who opens up the fragging. He just found a free pick way over. Opening up the site, Info will slide out onto it. Dark already down, Info slams down the bomb. And they get rid of Live Design as well. Infamous finds one back. That's Arctic Shadow knocked down. Infamous is playing around the corner here. It's Classic and Cruz rush in. Cruz finds one with the ult. Infamous, another dropped just with the rifle. And Infamous is the first forward player here, spamming Infa through the wall. Cruz in here as well. Just one player remains, but the rocket from Matthews, it takes 2 out. There is the raise in competitive play. We wondered why we didn't see it yesterday, and I wonder even more now why it didn't see more play in the semi-finals, because that is the kind of power you need to clutch rounds, and it clutches a 3rd on the board for Poutine Burger. I'd love to get all analytical about FPS strategy, but at some point you press the X button and you left click on the tightly clustered players and you get a round. And that is a trade, that is a purchase that any player will take any day of the week. Now it's an eco round, but you wouldn't know it. The frag so far so good. Classic trades one positive. Orbital strike finds nothing, and Classic is still going. Just 3 players left, Mickmuck and Co, to work their way out onto the site. Mickmuck will find a good opener. He's got another player real close inside. That's going to be Cruz. A strong pick. Matthews goes down. Now it's a 2v2. Matthews will drop to Cruz with the spike in hand, though, and that's not what you would have wanted. In for 50 seconds. This is plenty of time for a 1v2. And he does have an inkling of where Dark is, but he turns his back on Cruz. There is no justification for that. Cruz, his position was just as well known as Dark's. Infa, you don't back into players. Have to wonder if the call out just didn't come or something. Multiple players died to Cruz inside Lamp Room. Welcome back to game. As I take a drink of water. It is the final round of the half. And a full buy for the defending team, stacked. A somewhat broken buy on the attack. A couple of SMGs in hand. Poutine burger. Don't find anything to start things off. And the orbital strike will dissuade them over towards the B site. Matthews is here distracting, dropping the bomb buddy in mid. Say distracting, they may want to work this. I had initially assumed that the bomb would drift over towards this B site though, and that does seem to be the way we're headed as McMonk continues to work it. Here's Dark playing the corner against Arctic Shadow, close right. We've got Cruz here, not for long. McMonk absolutely obliterates him. There goes Arctic Shadow. Dark now his position and will trade on to McMonk, but he's answered quickly by Matthews. That is the site clear. That is the spike being slapped down. Classic is the quickest rotate with Infamous right behind him. Infamous will be working the angle first, and he'll find the frag. Arctic Shadow, too big for his boots as Classic finds one back. It's the spam through at a 3v2. This is now happening, I have to wonder. Matthews, can you get anything done? Rhyme does. A big frag out. He's able to self-heal. Matthews will go down without a peek, though, so it's all on Rhyme. Luckily, he's got a kill and a mirror match. A Sage v Sage 1v1. All his utility spent. Classic round the corner. Will find the shot. He's got Rhyme shut down. He's got the time to defuse the bomb. And he's got a 9-3 halftime lead for stacked like Pancakes. I've got to swap the scoreboard side. Boom. It's very intense, okay? Back when I casted Counter-Strike, I automated that. The game does it for you in Counter-Strike. You just got to make sure you're plugged into the API, and it's easy. Okay. 3-9. Not the greatest defense side. I'll leave that as an understatement. Need to find where my cameras are now, as the spectator mode does like to break. Infamous kind of working his way in here. This looks to be a mid-A push. You're going to see the Sage wall from Live Design kind of open this up. Oh, he doesn't have the wall. That's fascinating. They may pay the price. Classic, though, finds the frags. Arctic Shadow chiming in as well. And the site will be worked very effectively. Impa for the return. No, he can get nothing. And Classic has gone huge on the attack here. Rhyme is the only player to get anything back. 10-3. You wonder at what point will this team start to get maybe a little disheartened. There have been so many rounds that Poutine Burger, I would have thought, surely would have won. And yet somehow they've never quite managed to make it, well, more than thrice. I love this mid-spam game. Not to watch, it's kind of boring to watch, but to play. Poking around the corner at this angle that Live Design's holding, or on the opposite side. It's one of my favorite things to do. Classic finds the frag as McMonk gets bored of the spam. Runs a little bit too far forward. Rhyme is sitting here with the wall, so there's not too much danger if things get dicey. He drops the wall. Matthews is holding on the only other entrance to the site. Live Design does get Rhyme, though. And all of a sudden, this has got very dangerous as Dark grabs Matthews. The only player left is Infa. And I don't know how they did that. just over-aggression, I guess, on the defense. And one at a time, pick by pick, it got handed over to stacked like pancakes. I don't want to say that's the tilt I was forecasting. I hate to get in players' heads like that, but it looked sloppy. I should say, it's not that I don't know how they did that. They clicked on their heads. I don't know why Poutine Burger gave them so many opportunities to do that.
Yes, this should do.
Poutine Burger aren't going to be able to buy this round either. Cruz instead opening up the fragging onto Arctic Shadow. And that'll be a good indication of what is to come, I suspect. Cruz on the push here. We'll be finding entries aplenty. The defender is Infa, and he's just zoned back. Matthews does find a sick little frag onto one of the attackers, and that will be a solid hold from Infa. And now this is doable. Dark's on the opposite side. Cruz here trying to reclaim the bomb as his work cut out for him. One player, Infa, just dead ahead of him. I think he has an inkling where he is, and Infa's got none of him. Somehow not aware of the potential positioning, and that spun this round right back in his favor. A double satchel charge will bring Matthews down, and it's very cleanly played by Cruz to bring that out of the danger zone. Now, map 2 point on the line. This is a best of 5. And this is rough. (12-3). And your first buy of the second half has just come. It doesn't look quite as whole as it ought to be. The scoreboard's a little bugged. I apologize. I don't know why I apologize. Blame the Valorant dev team for that. But they're not going to be, you know, full bot. There are no ops, for instance. A bit more humble than that. And of course there are ops defending. McMonk bearing just one of them. Dark is lurking through bathrooms now. I highlight that as he heads into the shower. He'll peek the AWP angle in a moment if he keeps heading forward. But McMonk has left it. So here instead is Matthews holding the push. Dark finds McMonk. That's a good opener. That's behind him. He's got to worry about that. And Matthews on the hold itself will just be blown up. Cruz absolutely melts him. And here comes Classic. Info will grab Dark on the defense. That's a good frag for the defending player, but it's, I fear, too little too late. Rhyme has gotten one back to the good, but that will be all she wrote. It's just Arctic Shadow left. It is just one player against 3. 12-3. This is for the map. This is for game 2 of the best of 5. But there's the first frag. Arctic Shadow, good for one. Doesn't have a player behind him that he doesn't seem to be aware of, and he will go down to him. Cruz finds the kill. It's 13-3, our map 2 scoreline, as stacked like pancakes bring us all the way to that 2-0 lead. I am astonished at the efficacy, shall we say, of that map 2 win. Because again and again, it felt like surely there was going to be something on the board for Poutine Burger, and they just were not quite able to put it together. I'm going to run to a quick break because I need to grab some water. We do have a map 3 coming up. Don't go anywhere. It is a best of 5. We will see all 3 maps and then maybe 2 more if we should get it contested. I was going to say 2 more, but that assumes a comeback. Poutine Burger have one last chance to do that. You won't want to miss it. We will continue with the Beta Masters finals in just one moment. Oh gosh, this is embarrassing. I just got told, as of a few minutes ago, and I didn't see it because I'm a bad caster, that they had changed the rules due to it being so late. This was a best of 3, not a best of 5. So that one's on me. My bad, chat. Congratulations to Stacked Like Pancakes, who, of course, do walk away with the victory here. And we will be hopefully seeing more from those players in future weeks. Once again, it is a best of 3, not a best of 5. My bad. They changed that just... The hour was getting late. Neither of the teams wanted to be here till midnight. So we will not see any more games tonight. Hopefully at a future date, though, as the Beta Masters tournament was a lot of fun this time round. So I need to change some text. Let me write out congratulations. And then change what is the default, apparently, to Stacked Like Pancakes. Look at me, doing live production. I apologize again for the confusion. That is the sort of thing... Oh, God. Don't do live production, kids. It's not safe. That is the sort of thing I ought to have caught, but I wasn't paying attention. A best of 3 has been won. A tournament has been won. Stacked Like Pancakes blasting through the bottom half of the bracket and walking away with the first victory of the Valorant esports scene. I'd like to give a huge shout out in particular to the way they played that game. You could see their, I think, incredible tactics on display, but also just sick aim. And that is the sort of thing that makes championship teams. So, I do hope we see more of them, but I also really, really, really hope that we see more competition for them. I see chat just now realizing why, just putting together the pieces. That will be all from me tonight. I like to stream my own gameplay in the mornings, but I won't be able to do that tomorrow morning, so maybe a little bit later in the day. You can find some more tournaments, some more gameplay at my very own Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/esportsTj. I'll be uploading the VODs from this tournament to my YouTube. That's esportsTj again on YouTube. And you can find all those links very reliably on my Twitter, which is esportsTj. I got that brand unison. The Beta Masters tournament was put on by Tristan, and was a lot of fun to cast. If you'd like to play in any future tournaments put on by the Beta Masters crew, you can find them with the command !Discord in this Twitch chat, or if you're watching on the YouTube VOD, it will be in the description. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope there will be more Valorant competitive to cast in the near future. For now, though, have a great rest of your evening, a great night, get some sleep.
Let's make this castle to a